Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Harris running straight ahead. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Boswell's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw brought in by Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To the air on first down with Pickett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. 11, Mighty. 11, Mighty.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Thanks, Big Lito. We out here, baby. We out here.
A nice completion there for the first down.
I don't know how loud my background is. That's why I didn't want to like put my joints on.
It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again with Pickett.
Oh, he got that off?
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking
It looked like it. I can't believe he got that off.
It's huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a 1st down.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Pickett.
Oh, let's go. Go get that. I ain't gonna get it. Out of field goal range, though. Oh.
Lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a breathing.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Big pause. But you should have heard when me and Dan was playing Warzone earlier. Boy had down that boy. He told me, they right here, they coming on me, they coming. Hey, yo. My boy. You know, I told him, shit, we cool regardless, whatever he into, you know what I mean? That's his business. I'ma fuck with him regardless, though. Ah, shit. That's what I said. He said they was coming on him. I'm like, shit, bro, give me a second, bro. I gotta get video. Well, it didn't happen.
They told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. Did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it.
Not worry, definitely not worry.
We're going to be successful in this one.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando or John.
Dead. Nah, I'm just telling them what happened, King. I ain't like, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm just telling God what happened. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing crazy.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down.
Nah, I was just trying to say I was coming to your rescue. You know what I mean? That's all I was saying. I was trying to look out for you. But when I got there, they had already got on you. You know what I'm saying? It was all over you. So what then I can do, you know what I'm saying?
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Burrow.
Oh, bad throw. No. What about that blitz? I should have seen the blitz coming. That's my fault. That's my fault.
That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception.
I should have seen the blitz coming.
But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them.
Boy.
Picking in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Don't. Oh, no. No.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Hey, man, it's a video game. What I'm supposed to do? Wow. Not like this. Not like this.
And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14.
Ain't no way.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Wow. Okay. What's up? That's crazy.
This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That was that. Whatever that. That's EA, baby. Shout out to EA.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler.
Oh, my God.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
Oh my God! What is?
Heavy traffic and it's intercepted.
What has transpired?
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 40.
Joe, what was that? Let me check. Something's going on here.
Interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Get out the way, boy. Get out the way.
And he will be brought down on this first half.
Bruh, I don't know what's going on all of a sudden. I'm choking. Bro then resorted to the blitz. That's what it is. We was playing regular game at first.
EA Sports halftime report. Coach,
it's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
all right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week 1 becomes any kind of a factor as we are underway in the second half.
What?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. Nifty move. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the
Oh, we need it right there.
to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pickett now on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it up to the 30-yard line.
No.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round...
There we go.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Back to throw here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this.
Trying to get my boys 100 yards.
A lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way?
Trying to get my boys 100 yards.
Learned from them and became great later.
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
All right, bro. Appreciate the look. Like and subscribe.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Oh, fight for it, Joe?
Here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal team.
Them 2 interceptions suck. I shouldn't have got them 2 interceptions, bro.
First rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. The lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. one is the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Pickett sets up play action.
Oh, pick that off.
Incomplete. I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked
Cairo, stop, buddy.
Fourth down now. Well, he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Oh, the return is Williams. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted
Too late.
for the
Fuck.
time thus far. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass?
Come on, dog.
Assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Pickett. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 27, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Burrow looking to pass. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And my goodness, another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes. because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. But correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Pickett to his... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Looking to throw here. Pickett flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, Paul. I know one thing, that team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trailed big in this 4th quarter. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They'll run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain. And that is going to be the final play of this football game. This was not just the opener of the brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Bengals, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll
To be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be